What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninafterKill, and I'm back here with some Destiny pre-release news and information that's coming straight out of the early access PS4 alpha. Now, I know the PS4 alpha is over, but I did record for 50 straight hours while the alpha was live, so we have a ton of information and footage to go over leading up into the Destiny public beta, which will be going live July 17th. So those of you guys out there that have pre-ordered this game and you go on to Bungie.net and you put inside your code, you will be getting some beta access next month, and that's what these videos are going to be doing, is catching some of you guys up that haven't actually gotten a chance to play Destiny in the alpha, because either one, you don't have a PS4, or you just didn't get a fucking chance to play the goddamn alpha. So today, we're going to be taking a look at one of the 3 classes that you could choose from inside of Destiny. Now, the 3 classes are the Titans, the Hunters, and the Warlocks, and each class will allow you to mold and play through the game with different results playing as the same character. So each class has special abilities and specific skill trees, as well as multiple subclasses underneath their skills to be able to give you a little bit of variety to switch out and get different effects from your classes. And you also have the ability to choose between one of 2 different action skills on the character. So if the action skill that you start out with on the character isn't something that you actually like, but you want to go ahead and build towards, that's something that you can do inside of Destiny. And later on, we'll get to this, you can go ahead and switch out your skill trees as an equipable piece of gear, so you don't have to respec for different situations. So today, we are taking a look at the Hunter class and his skill tree. So when you compare the Hunter to the Titan and Warlock, the Hunter is going to be the middle of the road character, and his character model actually represents this by his appearance. He has equal amounts of armor and cloth gear, as opposed to where the Titan is mostly fully armored, and the Warlock is usually kind of encased in a bunch of cloth, mysterious, shrouded gear. So, starting out as the Hunter, when you're supercharged, he has the ability to pull out the Flaming Ghost Gun. Now, the Flaming Ghost Gun is a one-shot kill on most standard mobs and PvP players, as long as you are within a reasonable distance. If they are far away, either one, the bullet isn't going to reach there because the Ghost Gun does have a range to it, or 2, it's going to take multiple shots to get an enemy at range. Although, later on in his skill tree, you can level up the Ghost Gun to take out enemies at a further distance, but that is something you get later on when you level up. But if you're in short to medium range against a PvP player, it is going to one-shot them. But if you are in a legendary difficulty, or you come across elites or higher health enemies, this could take a few shots, and you're not going to take a Devil Walker out with this golden gun. You're not. But you can actually take out the Devil Walker's rocket cannon on his shoulder with the golden gun with just a few shots. So that's actually a really good use of his golden gun skill. So the Ghost Gun, you only get 3 pulls through. You get 3 shots with it, and that's why it is so strong. But later on, this action skill can actually be augmented by another skill in the skill tree that allows it to last longer by killing an enemy with a throwing knife while the golden gun is active in your hand. So you do have a timer while you're using the golden gun. If you don't find 3 enemies to kill within that sort of time, it just cools down and you lose the golden gun and you lose your 3 shots. So make sure that when you do pull it out and you activate this skill, you are not in danger, because you do not get any type of goddamn fucking invincibility frames while pulling out the golden gun. But you want to make sure that you're not far away from enemies to where you're not going to be able to kill anything with it. So inside of Destiny, all 3 character classes have the ability to perform a double jump. However, the Hunter has the most classic performing double jump in the game, and is further augmented in his skills by the ability to perform not only more precise double jumps, but after further leveling, gains the ability to do a triple jump, which is going to be absolutely deadly inside of multiplayer PvP. Now, the Titan, he does a huge jump into the air. However, when he kind of vaults himself up there, he does fly a little bit slow, and the Warlock also has kind of a glide ability while he's jumping in the air, so it makes them a very easy target while you're playing in multiplayer PvP. You can just go ahead, shoot them out of the air like it's nothing. But the Hunter's double jump is more fast, it's more precise, and it's more used for dodging enemies and enemies' bullets, sort of like if you were playing Team Fortress 2. So, players that choose a Hunter, right away, you're gonna realize that the Hunter is capable of very high burst damage and precision. And a lot of players will gravitate towards hand cannons and sniper rifles. However, I found in the alpha that the hand cannons, they seem a little bit underpowered for their rate of fire. I wish they would kind of up the rate of fire, but this is alpha. It has remained to be seen whether or not these gun stats are final gun stats or if they are going to be buffed or nerfed later on. But to fit my playstyle, I traded a sniper rifle for a high damage pump action shotgun, and I ditched using a hand cannon for a long range single shot battle rifle. Now, this allows me to keep the damage and precision with my battle rifle and use it sort of like a sniper rifle at range, but for more damage and close quarters engagement in PvP, I've noticed that it's a little bit more faster paced running with a shotgun than it is running with a hand cannon. Because the shotgun, you're going to be able to take down their shields with one shot, perform a melee, and the Hunter has a little bit of a faster melee because he does have a little bit, he has a special knife that kind of gives you a little bit of a lunge too, so it's like, ka-chink! You can really put down people very fast. And in fact, in the alpha, the Hunter was the most popular character I've seen in the multiplayer PvP. So whether or not this is going to be the way that it's going to be when Destiny actually releases, we don't know. But for now, early game, the Hunter is a PvP beast. But this setup wasn't really as effective for the campaign as it was in the PvP multiplayer, which is fine, because earlier we talked about this. When the full game releases, you'll have the ability to lock your subclass and equip your specs like a piece of equipment. This means instead of having to actually respec your class every time you want to do PvP, every time you want to go to campaign, or do a dedicated raid strike, which is pretty much like a raid boss run with other players in the game, you can easily choose which spec you'd like to have on the fly by equipping different subclasses that you have made inside the game. So this makes leveling up multiple hunters pointless, since you can just have one hunter and just level him up and just make a few classes saved on one character with multiple skill trees that you can equip on the fly and not have to redo everything in the game to gain gear and levels. And this is a very awesome thing inside of the game, because that's one of the things that I wanted to see in Borderlands, because I hate having to go to a boss, respec, beat the boss, and then switch back into my mob and build, which costs money inside of Borderlands 2. It's kind of booty. But, you know, they allow you to have a little bit of flexibility inside this game with the same character without having to actually level up a whole new character, and that is actually pretty cool, because the subclass specs allow for the flexibility in the game to try different specs for each different situation inside the game. It also allows for speccing into different subclasses or focus on the same character, and it allows you to switch out for different grenade style abilities, different movement abilities, passes, and more. So the unique feature to the subclass skill tree system is something that I haven't really seen in a lot of these loot and shoot games, is the ability to choose an action skill once you reach high enough levels. So if the Hunter's supercharged ability with the Ghost Gun isn't really to your liking, if you level up a Hunter high enough, you will get an alternate supercharged ability called the Blade Dancer. And the Blade Dancer is an augment to your action skill, which now allows you to cloak and melee enemies with an energy beam sword. What? That sounds awful similar to the elite Hunter abilities in Bungie's previous franchises, Halo, doesn't it? That's actually pretty cool. So if you don't want to be a gunslinger, but you still want to play as a hunter because you like his double jump, and you wanted to play a stealth bad motherfucker with a big energy sword, there you go, right there. And you don't even have to level up another hunter. You can have a gunslinger hunter and you can have a Blade Dancer Hunter just by changing out your different subclasses. That's how Bungie rolls. So, my name is Jay, MorninafterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you could give a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. This is just a quick character reference of the Hunter's abilities and a quick look at the Hunter class from the Destiny Alpha. Now, remember, all of this is subject to change for balance in the future, and the skills shown are from an early alpha build of the game, but I don't think that the goddamn skill trees are going to change drastically anytime soon, and this is the way Destiny's going to work. I think that's pretty cool. So, my name is Jay, MorninafterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you guys later.